You wake up one morning and open your banking app out of regular habit. Your balance says $1 trillion. You think you see it wrong? You rub your eyes and look at it again. It's really $1 trillion. To confirm, you count the zeros, 1 tens, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million, 100 million, billion, 10 billion, 100 billion, and finally 1 trillion. You stare at the screen for a solid minute. Then another message appears. You can keep the money, but you must spend all of it in the next 24 hours. If even $1 remains when the timer ends, the entire fortune disappears. No extensions, no loopholes. Just one day? So now the challenge begins. How do you spend $1 trillion before time runs out? The first hour. The first hour is pure chaos. You start buying things as fast as possible. Luxury houses, sports cars, private jets. But something strange happens. Even after spending millions of dollars in minutes, your balance barely moves. That's because $1 trillion is unbelievably huge. If you spent $1 million every hour, it would still take more than 100 years to spend everything. So, clearly, you need to scale up a lot. So, you decide to start buying entire industries instead of individual items. Airlines, shipping companies, movie studios. You begin sending offers to companies worth billions. Some accept immediately. Others take time to negotiate. But there's a problem. Large deals don't happen instantly. Paperwork, lawyers, approvals. All of it slows you down, and your 24-hour timer keeps ticking. You realize something scary. Spending this much money isn't easy. It's actually extremely difficult. So, you try something even bigger. Instead of buying companies, you start funding massive global projects. New high-speed rail networks across continents. Gigantic solar farms in deserts. Ocean cleanup systems. Space launch facilities. Suddenly, your spending isn't just luxury, it's reshaping entire industries. Billions begin disappearing from your account, but the $1 trillion mountain is still enormous. At this point, you realize something important. Governments spend trillions all the time. Wars, infrastructure, healthcare, education. Entire national budgets operate at this scale. So you begin acting like a government. You fund massive public programs, build new hospitals, construct entire university campuses, launch global science research projects. Money starts disappearing much faster now, but there are still hundreds of billions left. Then, an idea hits you. Space. Space projects are insanely expensive. Launching rockets, building satellites, planning missions to the moon or Mars. You begin funding entire fleets of rockets, private space stations, planetary exploration programs. Suddenly, your spending spree leaves Earth itself. But even space exploration struggles to burn through $1 trillion in one day, which shows just how ridiculous that number really is. Numbers that large break the human brain. To understand it better, imagine stacking $1 bills. A stack of $1 million is only about 4 inches tall. $1 billion would reach several kilometers into the sky. But $1 trillion stacked in cash would stretch far beyond the International Space Station. That's the scale of money you're trying to spend. The time is almost out. Only a few hours remain, so you go all in. You fund global climate projects, massive medical research programs, planetary defense systems for asteroids, entire scientific revolutions. And finally, your balance begins approaching zero. After a full day of the most ridiculous spending spree in history, the timer reaches zero. Your balance, empty. You have won the challenge, so you start to celebrate. Then, suddenly your clock started ringing. You turn off your clock. You woke up suddenly. You look at your bank balance. It says minus $100. So the $1 trillion challenge was just a dream. So all that was a dream. Frustrated, you started screaming and destroying things around you.